Right, we are continuing to trying to answer the question, how do we write that the value of x is negative? How do we write that the value of x is positive? And in this case, I think it will assist us to look at the x-axis as a number line. We've removed the y-axis, which also is a vertical number line. And we see the origin, which is O, which represents 0. Now, on the right-hand side of 0 are positive numbers, and on the left-hand side are negative numbers. But another thing we know about the number line is that the values on the left of any number, they are less than that number. The values on the right of a number, they are greater than number. So, for example, 5 is greater than 4 because it's on the right of 4, or it's represented as being on the right of 4 on the number line. If you look at 0, it is greater than -1 because -1 is on the left of 0. So that we have to keep in mind, so that it's going to make our discussion simple. Now, if we look at the first case, we look at the values that are on the right of 0, and we see that these are all positive values. So any value that is here is positive, and we therefore say that value, those values being x, they are greater than 0, meaning that they are positive. So what does this mean? It means if you see x is greater than 0, it should immediately say to you, we're talking about values of x that are positive. The same applies when we look at the values on the left-hand side of 0. If you see x is less than 0, which is on the negative side, it means that we are talking about x values that are negative. So it should not confuse you in any way. You should not even worry about what the sign or try to calculate. This less than 0 means it is negative. And this is not just for x. For any expression, if it is said to be less than 0, it means that expression is negative. And it's important to keep that in mind, because we're going to use inequalities a lot, and if you understand the meaning of less than 0, the meaning of greater than 0, then life is going to be easy. And this must not be confused for anything like less than 1 or less than 2. This only applies to less than 0. So we say it's negative if it is less than 0, not just if it is less, but if it is less than 0. And we say it is positive if it is greater than 0. So I think that is an important point that I must emphasize. You must not confuse with anything else. It must be 0, and it means that it's negative if it is less, and it's positive if it is greater than 0.